Hey, look at that. I was on time. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Before we do go ahead and jump into opening the packs, I need to do two things. I did not even recognize one of them until now because I was too focused on a different camera. Give me 1 second. I need to open up NVIDIA broadcast. My fault. I apologize. Wasn't on purpose, but is what I did do. Camera control. Might be too close. It probably is. Let me see what I can do about that. I can probably do a little bit of this. I apologize for not having noticed this earlier, though. It was not the intent. But it is definitely what did happen. And let's see how that looks. It's looking better. It's looking better. Let's move this out of the way. But I think we can get just a bit more, honestly. I don't think we have to have it that close. I think we can zoom out. At least 2 more notches. Maybe even 1 more. 1 more about is the limit, because then otherwise the monitor shows up. But that does happen to be a substantial amount more of room, so that's good. Sorry about that. I was trying to get this camera here to be a little better, but this is too old that it doesn't have good options, whereas this camera here, which is the primary camera, does have better options, as you can tell by the difference in my finger quality. Ooh, finger! Let's get to the daily readings, and then we'll go ahead and start. Let me load up Spotify real quickly. I think I need to update my Spotify as well, honestly. No, not that. I just want my music, please. Oh, let's see. Be nice if you just keep my... I don't want to expand. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start this, but I'm not going to... I do want to listen to that. We'll listen later. I'm just trying. You know, the Spotify app kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I downloaded it because I thought it'd be more convenient to use instead of the website. And it kind of sucks. Oh, wait, there it is. Playlist, streaming. I still stick by what I said. Pause that for the moment. I think I need to add some new Jazz Paladin. And, Red Vox, honestly. I'll do that later. Well, I don't want to do it now. Let's go ahead and do it now. Jazz Paladin. I at least want to add 1 or 2 things, like songs. Yeah, but popular releases, that is good. I just want the albums at the moment. What I'm looking for. I'm sorry, guys. This is not what I meant to do. Did I do that? It looks like I did. It's partially. I honestly thought that he had more available than that. I know Vinny does. No, Visions and Afterthought. At least Afterthoughts is here. Is Visions? Visions and Afterthought is here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about all there is. I apologize. Huh. I'll search 1 more time. I thought that Then we'll actually get into this. I'm sorry. Not quite as prepared as I thought I was, apparently. I am... Let's see. Show all albums. 2024, 2023. No, I don't want to remove that. Okay. I don't want popular releases. I just want albums. Come on, guys. This is not a hard concept. Like, why does Spotify suck so much? I think we're fine for the time being. We got our playlist. It's 7 hours. I am over worrying about the length. I apologize. Okay. Gonna actually do the daily readings, and then we'll jump in now. I apologize. So the daily readings for today, for Monday of Holy Week, for the first reading for today is from Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 1 through 7. Here's my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen one, with whom I am pleased, upon whom I have put my spirit. He shall bring forth justice to the nations, not crying out, not shouting, not making his voice heard in the street. A bruised reed he shall not break, and a smoldering wick he shall not quench, till he establishes justice on the earth. The coastlands will wait for his teaching. Thus says God, the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spreads out the earth with its crops, who gives breath to its people, and spirit to those who walk on it. I, the Lord, have called you for the victory of justice. I have grasped you by the hand. I formed you and set you as a covenant of the people, a light for the nations, to open the eyes of the blind, to bring out prisoners from confinement, and from the dungeon those who live in darkness. The psalm for today is Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom should I fear? The Lord is my life's refuge. Of whom should I be afraid? The Lord is my light and my salvation. When evildoers come at me to devour my flesh, my foes and my enemies themselves stumble and fall. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Though an army encamp against me, my heart will not fear. Though war be waged upon me, even then will I trust. The Lord is my light and my salvation. I believe that I shall see the bounty of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord with courage. Be stout-hearted and wait for the Lord. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Hail to you, our King. You alone are compassionate with our faults. The Gospel for today is from John chapter 12, verse 1 through 11. 6 days before Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. They gave a dinner for him there, and Martha served, while Lazarus was one of those reclining at table with him. Mary took a liter of costly perfumed oil, made from genuine aromatic nard, and anointed the feet of Jesus and dried them with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the oil. Then Judas Iscariot, one of his disciples, and the one who would betray him, said, Why was this oil not sold for 300 days' wages and given to the poor? He said this not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief and held the money bag, and used to steal the contributions. So Jesus said, Leave her alone. Let her keep this day for the day of my burial. You always had the poor with you, but you do not always have me. The large crowd of the Jews found out that he was there and came, not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. And the chief priests plotted to kill Lazarus too. So many of the Jews were turning away and believing in Jesus because of him. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. All right, with that, let's go ahead and open some packs. Some of the stuff that I've ordered isn't here yet, but we have a decent amount for today. I'm going to be completely honest. We'll be here for at least an hour. They changed the booster bundle for some reason. You still have 6 packs, but the design is different, and I don't know why. It's not a problem. It's just noticeable. It's like, huh, that is certainly a thing that you've done here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. It's not like it's a bad thing, but it is noticeable. That is very different. I don't know if it was cheaper this way, or they just wanted to show off the art a little bit more, but it's like, you open it up, they slide right out, which is different to me, but that's alright. We'll just start small. We'll start with 6, and then we'll do 11, and then we'll do a booster bundle. I didn't think of the word. Alright, so we got ourselves a Haunter. And if it is a little too small, let me know. I can zoom in a little bit more. I just thought that this... We have Pikachu. Ghastly. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Well, admittedly, I did need some more of those, so I'm not too opposed to it. Iron Treads. Oh, there's the first one, baby! Looking for many of those, honestly. Poochyena. Mudsdale. Crichton EX. And an Energy. Interesting. So Crichton can have some interesting damage. 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Not worth it. If it was 20 damage for each damage counter, like Roaring Moon, wouldn't be... like... You'd be able to get basically one really good attack, and then it would die. At that point, let's see. I think the zoom in is fine. Maybe just hold the interesting cards closer for a mo. I can do that. That makes sense. Hi, Interceptor. How are you? Yeah, as I say, the only interesting card we've had so far is Buddy Poffin, just because of how much of a staple it's going to be for the card game at the moment. And it's running for $1. I'm doing all right. I decided not to do a bike ride today. I was going to. Today's been weird. It's been raining on and off with thunder and lightning. Tomorrow's gonna be cold, but it's not a bad day, honestly. It's a good day. It's what I'm told. Something Green Day or Good Charlotte. I don't know. Actually, I think it's Good Charlotte, not Green Day. But no, it's a pretty good day. And besides, I can miss one day of 45-mile bike rides at the moment. I can't for too much longer, but as of the moment, since I will be doing 45 miles tomorrow, I'm fine with it. Just rain and maybe a little more snow when it gets colder tomorrow, just slushy. That's fair. I think I would assume it's the same for you, that by Wednesday it's supposed to be nicer weather. I'm gonna check for here at the very least, because it might be Thursday. Disappear. Thursday. So Thursday it's supposed to be nice. Saturday it's not supposed to be bad. It basically looks like we're back to 50s here. So I guess like mid 50s here. So I guess low 50s for you, high 40s. All right, so we got a Slugma, Solosis, Scyther, Skitty, another Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. I mean, I did not have enough of those. Another Iron Treads, another Buddy Poffin, Vikavolt, Grotle, and Wugtrio EX. Okay. Nothing like crazy so far. Like two Buddy Poffins in a row is not awful. Admittedly, while I'm not planning to use the Wugtrio EX or the Koraidon EX, getting two Ultra Rares back to back is definitely a thing, and I hope that does not mean we get. I'm hoping, yeah. Well, there's supposed to be warmer for. That's not too bad then. Girafarig, Roselia, Cutiefly, Rupert, Excadrill, Keldeo, Delmise, Torracat, Rapidash, Koraidon. See, I've seen somebody use this in a deck, and it's an interesting card, honestly. It seems like it works really well for ancient decks, for the most part. Honestly, if Koraidon was like a Terra Koraidon and it was grass, I think it would be pretty good. Just due to the relevance of Charizard EX at the moment. It would make it easier to get a knockout on them. But as is, it's like, most of the time is going to be just shy of the knockout, because I went against a deck, and it's easy to get it up to 300 damage, but 330 is the difference, and that... No, I'm thinking the Roaring Moon, not I'm getting my Pokemon confused. Because Roaring Moon is, for every ancient card in your discard, it's another 10, or is it maybe another 20 damage? We'll find out once we get one, whereas that one is for every ancient Pokemon on your side. It does 30 more damage? Yeah. Okay. We got Electabuzz, Bramblin, Girafarig, Roselia, Lycanroc, Delcatty. I do need more of those. Future Booster Energy Capsule, Melmetal, Solosis, Iron Valiant. Circulation is not a bad first turn move, admittedly. Majestic Sword isn't too bad either. I can see them having use. We'll see if that happens, because the unfortunate thing is with Calculation is, since it's not an ability, it's an attack, you go ahead and use your attack, and then it's like, well, there goes that for the turn. Most of the time, you want to end your turns and attacks. Some exceptions do apply. We got Reller, Ponyta, Chatot, Cottony, Electivire, Since you know, this is a card that I definitely want to get. I'm considering running a Lugia deck. Haven't done it yet. But yeah, so the thing for this one, for every special energy card in this Pokemon, it does 70 damage. So at 5 special energy, it does 350 or 330, depending which energy you have on there. But either way, we're technically even 3 done. Just not another one. All right, Drillbur, Chatot, another. Oh, Gouging Fire EX, which also is an interesting card. It has a decent attack. Its only real downside is that it cannot use its good attack until it leaves the active spot. We've gotten 2 Buddy popping so far, Prute, and we've gotten 3 EXs, which that's a little surprising. Because I don't think that we're supposed to get that many, because I think those are like the hyper rares. I get them so confused. But nothing like crazy so far. But no Radiant Venusaurs yet. Thankfully, I don't think that's even possible. I think I see a decent card here, though. I think I've accidentally... There's a gold card here. Not trying to spoil it, but I can see the gold trimming. Solosis. To be fair, that could be an EX. Scyther. Skitty. Electabuzz. Don't you lay that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Bolton. Mudsdale. I still love that clip, though. Ooh, now this is a really good card, actually. Sniper Maniac's Code Breaking. So this one lets you search your deck for up to 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top of it in order. So if you have a barrel, you can draw into those cards immediately. It can still be a decent way, unless your opponent plays Judge. If your opponent plays Judge, then you're gonna go, this card does not matter. If they play Iono, this card does matter still. Iron Hands, not EX. Oh, there's an Iron Leaves EX. Alright, yeah, as I said, we're not getting bad results so far. I think that's like $6. Let me see. If it's the $10 or more, it's getting a sleeve. Admittedly, I have a plan for an Iron Leaves EX deck once the next set rolls. It's basically $10. It's not the Iron Leaves card I want, but it is an Iron Leaves card, and it is $10. Yes, hyper rare, exactly. I get the terminology for them so confused, honestly. I would honestly just rather it be like double rare, triple rare, quadruple rare, just because it's like, listen, however many stars it has is how rare it is. 1 rare is just a rare. 2 stars is double rare. Either way, not a bad start, but yeah, I am having an idea. So for when the next set comes out with Ogerpon, I'm having an idea for Iron Leaf EX and Thornton. We'll see. You looked up the cards on the website, that's how, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. I understand entirely. Because when Ogerpon comes out, I'm contemplating a Thornton deck, because of how prevalent Charizard is. The only downside to that is, it would only really be good against Charizard unless they introduce some better grass types, and I don't know if they will. Miraidon is also not a bad card. That's seeing a lot of use at the moment, just because of its peak acceleration. You can attach 2 basic energy from your deck onto any future Pokemon any way you like, and then shuffle your deck. Also does 40 damage. So, not with Iron Leafs, but with the Iron something, I can't remember the card at the moment. Hopefully we get a copy of it at the very least. It doesn't even have to be like the really nice art for it. I'd like the nice art for it, don't get me wrong. But, and since this is technically the most valuable card we've got, the biggest hit we've got so far, I'll try to leave the big hits. Alrighty, so we've done that. You guys want to start with the not Suicune or the Iron Leafs? Blue or green? How about that? I'm more partial to blue, so I think I'll save it. Go with green for the time being. I think we'll go green. Worst comes to worst, somebody says blue and we swap to blue for a green first. Fair. I was gonna say, I thought I had avoided scratching it, and I did. Must have been from something else. So now that we've actually opened some packs, why don't we go ahead and take a quick look at what's in here for the set. So there is some... So ace cards do make a comeback. This one and these... So Prime Catcher and Master Ball are two of the three ace cards that I would say are the big cards for the ace cards. New Upper Energy isn't bad. It's just... to only have one copy of it in your deck is the biggest problem, I would say, with Neo Upper Energy. It has to be good enough that you can only have one of it in the deck. It's an interesting card, and it can be very useful, but we basically have Neo Upper Energy already with Reversal Energy, and you have a triple of that instead, so it's like, you have to be behind in prizes in order to get it. I could definitely see uses for Neo Upper Energy, don't get me wrong, but it's still like, probably one of the more weak ace specs, honestly. Whereas Prime Catcher is probably one of the highest, and Master... Actually, there's 5 good ones, I'd say. As I said, Neo Upper Energy isn't bad, so I'll include it in the good. Reboot Pod, as long as you have enough resources, is good. This is the one that I want. Like, all of these cards is the one I want. They look neat. I just think they're neat. Same with these ones. Oh, I didn't realize that. Guys, we got for Alligator, baby! I forgot about that. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do, during this turn, attacks used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, that's not awful. If you expect your Ooh. So the only downside to Giant Wave is the fact that you can't do 2 Giant Waves in a row unless you do a switch and then switch back. But most likely for Alligator is going to, let's see. Relicanth could help with that, because then for Alligator it could go back to your bench, and there's possibilities here. And as you guys know, I'm a big fan of, for Alligator, Hero's Cape is also a good one, by the way, for the ace specs. Heavy Baton is too. It's not an ace spec, but honestly, is there that many cool cards in this set? There is a couple. But this set, I would say, is more utility, whereas the next one I think is going to be more cool. I just think they're neat. And also, like, this is also another card that's going to be seeing some use. It's not going to be, like, groundbreaking. It's a worse version of Path to the Peak, which can have use, but... yeah, nothing too flashy. Like, there, as I said, there's some stuff that's really cool, but this set is more utility. Yeah, maybe good use. Yeah. Agreed. And this bothers me. Why are all the ace specs not just in this, like, one after another? That is bad design. Don't do that. Let's see. Maximum Belt is also not a bad one. I like these ones. So, like, there's some really cool looking cards, admittedly. Don't get me wrong. Oh, from the build and battle boxes, we got our... I'm gonna have to tell my wife, sorry, baby. They got it for Alligator. I'm going for that. She knows I love the for Alligator, though. Alright, so yeah, there's definitely some stuff. It's more utility this time. That's entirely fine, honestly. We just had a set rotation, so getting more... So, considering E just rotated out, more utility is better. And even then, I would prefer more utility, because I actually play the game, over neat cards, just so that then I can, you know, use the cards that I have. Maybe that's just me. These are the promo card that came with it. You get this one if you do from the Pokemon Center directly before it sells out, because there's two different versions. There's the Pokemon Center exclusive, which also comes with 2 new packs and a Pokemon Center exclusive card. So it's the same as the other one, but it has a thing on it. And this is the sleeves. I'll leave them in here. But yeah, so the plan that I'm thinking of, and I'll see if it works later, is do the grass Ogerpon in the deck. Use its special ability, which lets you attach like 2 energy, I think, from your deck to it each turn. So do that, and then you go ahead, you slap Thornton down, and look at that! Your Iron Leaf CX has enough energy cards on it so as to be able to use it immediately. Isn't that neat? Now, admittedly, that may not always work because etc., but it's not an awful idea. It's just you need enough time to set up. And it's hard to tell sometimes if you'll have that time because Charizard decks do usually set up really quickly. Usually. I've been using a Charizard deck. I'm ashamed I'm using a Charizard deck. I want something else. To clarify, I've been using it on the TCG because I'm not sure what I want my next IRL deck to be, because now that we've rotated out, Miraidon just doesn't work well without Flappy, unfortunately. I like Miraidon. It was very hit or miss, and I do want something a little more stable, and I will be honest, Charizard EX is a lot more stable. Yamper, Grubbin, Medicham, Tranquil, Great Tusk. Not the Great Tusk that I was wanting, though. There's another Great Tusk that actually is interesting. Okay, there's Explorer's Guidance. That's not a bad card, actually. You get a look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand, which can be very... Ooh, baby! Totodile! Oh, there's Mudsdale. I like the art for this one. There's that Roaring Moon I was talking about. We'll get to that in a second. I want to see how much that Mudsdale is. I do like this Mudsdale. It's neat. I'm going to guess $2. $2. I was right on the money. Then yeah, this one, for each ancient card in your discard pile... Good. Does another 10 damage. The thing is, that does usually happen to be good against most decks. The one where it struggles a little bit... It is the one kicking the hay up. I can go ahead and show it again. Hold on. Oh, it even has the first form. Mudbray. That is cute. I like that. I didn't notice that the Mudbray was there until a second look, so I do appreciate that as well. Hoot Hoot, which I do like Hoot Hoot. Beldum. Breloom. I like Breloom too, honestly. Roly-poly. Breloom could make it onto my top 6 Pokemon, honestly. It's really cool. I wanted to have Spore, specifically, but it's still not a bad Pokemon. Keldeo. Iron Jugulus. Shroomish. Hey, there's both. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say Breloom. That Breloom is not a great card. There's Iron Boulder, which has been seeing a bit of use. It should see just what it costs. My guess is not much, but who knows? $0.55. Okay. It's been seeing some niche use. It could still see... some other stuff, but as of the moment, it's seen some niche use. It's not like crazy or nothing, but it's like, There's a little bit of use for it, especially against, like, Iron Hands. It's a decent enough counter that it can go ahead and get the Iron Hands EX down immediately. Alright, so you got yourself a Mr. Mime. Raichu. Right. Victini. Bronzor. Iron Hands. Morty's Conviction. There's a cool version of Morty's Conviction that I'm looking for, and I want that. I like Morty. I'm a Gen 2 guy. Anybody that's watched for long enough, you know this. Shiftry. Dunsparce. Dunsparce has an interesting ability, I'm not gonna lie. Full Metal Lab. Another Dunsparce. And Energy. Like, Dunsparce can be a good... I need cards quick. The only downside is it's not a basic. If it was a basic, it would be better. But Dunsparce can also help you not to brick out, so that does happen to help. Not brick out, pardon me, mill out, but you have to get lucky with that then. Because the thing is, with Dunsparce, once you use that, all cards attached to it go into the discard, so if you use that and you go ahead and get Dunsparce instead of Dunsparce first, it's not going to help, so yeah. Snom. Mudbray. Minccino. Rockruff. Which I do want Minccino too. To go with Cinccino. Boxed Order. That's a worse... don't like that. Don't like that. If your turn didn't end, I'd be fine with this, but your turn ends. You get 2 item cards and your turn immediately ends. Somebody can easily Iono or judge you immediately afterwards, which makes that card worthless. Rescue Board, alright. Airy. Brambleghast. Oh, interesting. If this had a better attack, I could see Brambleghast being decent. It does not. It does not have a better attack. Anything that relies on coins is a little too risky. It's possible, but it has to be, like, really good in order for it to work, in order for it to count. Like, with the Mew VMAX deck, you ran 1 card that flipped a coin, that was Cramorant, and you had to, they even made it so you had to sacrifice a card. Which is just how powerful the Cram-O-Matic was. You sacrifice an item card, you gotta flip a coin. If heads, you gotta search for anything. If tails, better luck next time. And even that was pretty dang powerful sometimes. So to have that on the Pidgeot at the moment is crazy, honestly. Heatmore, Yamper, or Forest Steel Stone, Torracat, Grubbin, Delmise, Electivire, Sableye, Ekans. Relicanth's one of the Pokemon I'm looking for. Fluttermane, as I said, not awful, but not fantastic either. Because Fluttermane basically makes it so that your opponent can't use abilities in the active spot. Bench can still use abilities. So it can be useful, but it's like if I have 2 Charmanders in play, let's say for a Charizard deck, I'm going to evolve the Charmander on the bench. That way I can just go ahead and get him out there. So it's not awful. It'd be better against like a Qianpao deck, because then it's like, well, Qianpao can't draw any energy. Unless you get lucky. Mudbray, Ghastly, Finizen, Dunsparce, Bianca's Devotion, Iron Jugulis. That may not be bad for Charizard decks, depending. Lycanroc, Morty's Conviction, Heavy Baton, which I have been interested in. Hey, there's a Torterra. It's been a while since we've seen Torterra get a little bit of love. That is $1. Okay. $30, $60, $90, $120, $150, $180. Torterra is an interesting Pokemon. It can work against Charizard decks. Honestly, if Jungle Hammer was 170 instead, I think that would be enough to push it over from decent to fantastic, honestly. Because Forest March can knock out an opposing Charizard. The only problem is you have to have your bench filled, and Charizard decks like to run Collapse Stadium. And if they run Collapse Stadium, you might have just lost the Pokemon that makes it so that then you can go ahead and... Hey! How are you? But there is something there. I can definitely see a win condition there. And the fact that you get to heal with that too does happen to help a little bit. Not like a crazy amount, but Torterra is just outside of the range of a Charizard EX when you've taken 5 prizes, assuming they don't have the new whatchamacallit card. Oh, you're gonna... Cat, I love you. Not the same way as I do a human. And you're very pretty. You're a very pretty kitty. You're a very handsome kitty because you're a male. But I'm opening Pokemon cards, and this is not going to work out, little one. Here, I'll tell you what. Come here. Come here. Come here. Upsy daisy. Upsy daisy. Yep, this is why it's not going to work out. Upsy daisy. Here you go. Just lay in the bed. Just get relaxed. Just relax. Lay down. There you go. Get comfy. Get comfy. Hey, don't fall out. Don't fall out of the bed. There you go. There you go. Get comfy. Live Pokemon? Exactly. Live Pokemon that's knocking cards over. Alright, let's see what we got. We got Slugma, Solosis, Skitty, Electabuzz, Excadrill, Screamtail, Zorora, Licky Licky, Meryl, Gengar EX, Gengar EX just doesn't do enough damage. That's the main problem I'm noticing with Gengar EX, honestly. I don't think so. Bless you. Like, honestly, as I said, I like both angles of Pokemon, but it's like... Yeah. Best idea in years. Mudbray, Minchino, Rockruff, Litten, Vikavolt, Latias, Great Tusk. Here's the good Great Tusk. I might have been thinking of the future. Anyways, so this is the one that people are using for mill decks at the moment. It's not as good as Charizard, or pardon me, Snorlax stall decks, in my opinion. It's just not. But we'll see. There is possible cards that can help develop it in the future. It's not like it's dead on arrival. Ramblin', Girafarig, and maybe it's just against my deck. Maybe it's just not a good stall deck against Charizard decks. Not sure. Rosalia, Cutiefly, Iron Valiant, Torpedo, Metagross, Torracat, Haunter, and a Dunsparce. So nothing like we've gotten 1 hit so far, and we have gotten 2 Buddy Buddy Poppins. I'd like to see more of those. 2 is not enough. I want at least 4 Buddy Buddy Poppins. If I could get like 8 or 12, though, that'd be fantastic. Broomish, Lickitung, Slugma. That way I just don't have to transfer them between decks. Solosis, Bronzong, another Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, another Iron Shreds. Are we going to see another Buddy Buddy Poppin like this? No, we're not. Raichu, Boltund. Hey! That, however... That might be... because this is a very usable card. It's $10. That's acceptable. Like, this is a very usable card. I have been using it in my Charizard deck. And if you can go ahead and play it and then barrel it into your hand, it works really well, as I think I said earlier. Or any other card that you draw, like even... if you wanted to combine that with the trekking shoes, you could. You would just need to make sure that, yeah. Like if you had a trekking shoes in your hand, you played Crypto Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, then you could go ahead and get that immediately. But Barrel's the better option because then you can get both options instead of having to wait a turn. But there does happen to be ways to excel and get the cards you put on the top of your deck ASAP. Feel like an atom bomb. Take it anymore. Still, we've gotten 2 Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking. I don't think you really need more than 1 in your deck. I could see possibly 2, but then that's pushing it at that point, in my opinion. And I don't know. Drillbur, Breller, Ponyta, Chatot, Roserade, Keldeo, Iron Dragulus, Mudbray, Roaring Moon. Hey, for Alligator, we got the, I don't think we've got Croconaw yet, have we? Maybe, maybe not, but I got one of my favorite Pokemon, and this deck seems like it could work. Because you could go ahead and knock out Lugia in 1 turn this way. You can knock out a lot of Pokemon 1 turn this way. Not all of them. Like, you can't knock out Charizard, not without, a couple things going your way, but... There is worlds where that's not awful, honestly. The only really downside is that you cannot use the attack back to back, which if you're not going to be powering it up, it doesn't... I would honestly, I would say if you use the ability, you cannot use this attack next turn, but if you did not use the ability, then it's fine. That's just me, though. But that's not awful, and honestly, we might see, depending what water Pokemon come out next, see a bit of use, because it's like, that's a possibility. And I kind of think it'd be an interesting replacement for Tianpao decks, honestly, but that would rely too... well, you wouldn't want to rely on Rare Candy for that one. That's the thing, I kind of forgot you wouldn't want to rely on Rare Candy there, just due to the fact that you probably don't want to skip over Alligator's previous lineups, honestly. Like, Croconaw has an ability that's a get-out-of-jail-free card. Maybe not a get-out-of-jail-free card, but it does happen to help, I would say. Then, yeah, this is the Flutter Mane that you get with it, which that's a pretty neat card. I do think I prefer the Iron Thorns, but I think I prefer the card. Alternatively, there does happen to be another use. Like, you don't even need to use Thornton necessarily. You do Ogerpon. Give me 1 second. You save Iron Leaves for the second turn because of its ability. You play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench. During your turn, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. If you do, you move any amount of energy from your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. So that could also work as a surprise. So you got a couple different things that you can do there. Once again, that'd be good against Charizard decks. Not really sure it'd be good against much else is my main thing, because it's like, However, if you can go to a tournament and it's like predicted 90% of the players are going to be Charizard, you got it in the bag there. You don't have to play a deck for everything. You just have to know what the majority of people are planning to play. Because if you know what the majority of people are planning to play, you might lose a couple matches, but as long as you get what you're planning, you can still get pretty far in the tournament or even win. Because the thing is, your deck won't be expected. But it's like, I don't think it's ever been as high as like 90% for a deck. So you'd have to get decent, like maybe 35%. You'd have to get pretty lucky, honestly. Duosion, Haunter, Pikachu. I still want to go to a tournament. I haven't yet. I'm hoping next year there's one that's closer. Ghastly, Great Tusk, Mori's Conviction, Shiftry, Pineco. There was technically one last year, just didn't get a chance to go last year, unfortunately. That was the that was unfortunate. Would have liked to have. I'm honestly, there was one in Wisconsin, which we could have visited some of my wife's friends. I'm hoping they do one in Minnesota eventually, because then I can visit some of my friends. I don't know if I really want to go to Chicago for one. They usually have one in Texas, and I'm really considering just finding out when that is and visiting one of my friends in Texas, who you all know, that's Guildmaster Phil. The other people I'm not revealing because not everybody likes to have their personal information known, and Phil doesn't really care as far as I'm aware. Meryl, Golett, within reason, I should say. Dunsparce. I'm not going to give you his address. Snom. Palafin. Screamtail. I'd probably take like a week off. That way I could spend more than just the Pokemon, the hours when I'm not playing Pokemon with him. I'd want to spend time with him and his family. Heavy Baton, which that can be good. Tranquil. Excadrill. Grandpa. And Energy. I do the same for anybody, honestly. Like, if my friends in Minnesota, they did Pokemon tournament there, I'm taking a week off to actually spend time with them. Alright, so we got Elgame, Sizzlipede, Meryl. I'll be honest, I forget Meryl's fairy type now. I don't know why. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. Golett. Bianca's Devotion. Reniculus. So Reniculus is an interesting Pokemon because of its summoning gate. Look at the top 8 cards of your deck. You may put any number of Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. If that was an ability, that would be good. It's an attack, which is not great. Ability, yes. Attack, not so much. It's been 84 years. Or, as I say, if we're going for the Pokemon reference even more, it's been 3,000 years. Another Explorer's Guidance, not a bad card. Sizzlipede. Caravana. Another Miraidon, which, not opposed to that. Because as I said, that Miraidon is getting use. It's powering cards up. It's, yeah, so it's like, okay. And the future decks work pretty well against Lugia, honestly, just because Lugia is weak to lightning. And you can usually do an even exchange with Lugia, but Lugia is not a fun deck for Charizard, I've found. I don't... Unless... At least not for the online version. For the trading card game live. If a Lugia deck bricks, you win. I've had them... Out of the 12 Lugia decks I've fought, I think I've had 1 brick. Maybe 2. Like, okay, that's neat. Mudbray, Minccino, Rockruff. Or alternatively, if the person makes a mistake and they're like, I have 1 Archeops, this is enough. LOL. Boss's orders. Your Archeops is dead. Well, Maiwa no Shinderu. Litten, Iron Valiant, Sandy Shocks, Reniculus, Colossal, Rabska, Melmetal, Energy. I am looking forward to replaying Pokemon X, honestly. We bought Minimax Pokemon Y for Easter. I need to get to the Catholic bookstores because we're also buying him a book, children's book about Easter. But we bought him that for Easter, and I want to play through X as he plays through Y. That'll be fun. Mudbray, Minccino, Latias, another Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, another Iron Treads, Ghastly, Frostmoth, Bianca's Devotion. Alright, let's check that one out. I think I saw that one running for a bit, honestly. Nope, that's the other Bianca's Devotion. There's another one that does run for a bit. This one is $3, which is not awful. $3 is better than no dollars, but we have not seen a single ace spec yet, by the way. I think it was supposed to be like at 1 in 10 packs. We are definitely past 10 packs now. Shroomish, Lickitung, Slugma, Solosis, Mist Energy, which is being useful. Mist Energy is actually useful too. Like if you're running a, there is uses for Mist Energy. Sawsbuck, another Cybermaniac's code breaking. I'm fine with multiples in case it deck. Yeah, Bronzong, Roserade, Torterra EX. We've gotten both the Torterra EXs so far. That's neat. Said not a single ace spec yet, and we've only gotten 2 Buddy Poppins. I want more. Okay, so we got Rockruff, got Litten, Broomish, Lickitung. There, all right. There's another Buddy Poppin. Fair enough. There's 3. Lycanroc, Delcatty, Riller, Mawile, There's another Relicanth, which I do want more of those. The HP is too high for Buddy Poppin is the only downside, but not for Totodile. This is making me want to replay Castlevania, because I'm pretty sure this is Symphony of the Night. I'm pretty sure this is the underground area. The water section. Crystal Teardrop? Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, we got ourselves the Scyther, Skitty, Electabuzz, Bramblin, Bahime, another Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Rapidash, Fortress, Keldeo, Magcargo. Interesting, okay. Wouldn't say like Magcargo is an amazing card, but it's an interesting one. Most of the time, Pokemon aren't going to be swapping in and out. Like, the main exception I can think of is not Stellax, but the other one with the Great Tusk. We got ourselves Slugma, Solosis, Scyther, Skitty, Future Booster Energy Capsule. I used to be short on these. I am no longer short on these. Iron Hands, another Heavy Baton, Wiglet, Bramblegast, another Dunsparce. Okay. 2 more packs and then we're on to the booster bundle. So hopefully I get at least a single ace spec. I'd like 2. But so far my luck has been... We've been getting some decent stuff, honestly, in terms of some stuff, but still. Anyways, Girafarig, Roselia, Cutiefly, Drillbur, Boltund, Mudsdale, another Explorer's Guidance, another Iron Valiant. Alright, that's a pretty neat Litten card. I like that. It took me a second to find the Litten because of how many Littens there are, honestly. I will not lie. $5. That's not too bad, honestly. It is a neat card, though. Alright, last pack. I don't think we've gotten anything out of this Elite Trainer box that's been, like, great so far. Because I think this one was from the last one. This one was from the booster bundle. Let me rephrase that. Last pack before we move on to the booster display. We still have cards to open. Electabuzz, Bramblin, Girafarig, Roselia, another Miss Energy, Sandy Shocks, Behem. This is a lot of cards, you are correct, Deerling. I don't Salvatore, Grandpa, and Fire Energy. I don't usually... Yeah, so... This one will be a whole box in it. So, these are 2 boxes and a booster bundle. This is a whole box, which we have not gotten to quite yet. I usually don't buy this many, but once in a while, far too frequently for me to enjoy at the moment, Pokemon, so I'd like you to stop. Because they've done... This is the 3rd time I can think of in the last year, where they'll go ahead and release 2 different promo cards. And as such, I need to go ahead and get both promo cards, so I go ahead and buy both of them. So technically we are... Yeah. And once again, Pokemon, once a year is fine. I don't need it this often. Technically, somebody could make the argument, well, it's just 2 times last year. It's like, yes, that is true. However, please stop. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Another... But you see, they want money. That's true, and I give them my money. And honestly, the Pokemon Company, in terms of their card game, is actually pretty good about that. So they raised the price last year once they went over to Scarlet and Violet because card prices did go up, like cardboard printing, etc., etc. But they actually included another card in that, and they also included more foils. So it's like, okay, fair enough. You increase the price, but you also increase the quality. Do you want to see a super funny Catholic Fibrillator? Yeah, I'm fine with it. How you doing, Star? Now, admittedly, the one thing that they should have been... I would be fine with them increasing it another 50 cents for them to slow down and use better machines so we don't get badly crimped cards. Or badly cut cards. Breloom, Roly-Poly, Heatmore, Yamper, Metagross, Roserade, Keldeo, Bullet, Iron Valiant, Walking Wake. Got it. Damage from attacks used by this Pokemon is affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Interesting, I think. Walking Wake does not seem particularly great. Not gonna lie. Come back in a bit when you're done and show you. I appreciate it, that's fair. Yeah, like, Magic has gotten really bad about the prices. It's like $40, I think, for a theme set. It's there for a theme deck. It's like, wow. No. Pokemon's not even that greedy. Most of the time. Ponyta? Sometimes it is. Chatot, Cottonee, Caravana, Iron Valiant, Sandy Shocks, and it does depend for Magic, I'll give them that. Reniculus, Iron Thorns, okay. See, I do like the foil for, like, the Future and the Ancient. They look different, and they look cool. Heatmore, Raiden. Interesting. That can be really good, honestly, but it may not be as well. And I guess I should see what that Iron Thorns runs. Looks like 8 cents at the most. Okay. I just wasn't sure, because since it's a different type of foil. Yeah. I guess it's closer to 20 cents. Either way. Still haven't gotten anything like crazy. Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be colder. It's like a high of 38 tomorrow, but I'm still going out for a bike ride, and I need to. I'm taking the day off. I'm just tired. I went to bed too late last night. That was my fault. Tora cat. Grubbin. Frostmoth. Noctowl. That's a cool looking Noctowl. Iron Jugulus. Delmice. There's something back there. Electivire. It looks like it might just be an EX. Maybe not. Snom. Shiftry. Yeah, Wugtrio EX. Okay. Have one of those. Bye-bye. However, if Wugtrio turns out to be a good Pokemon in the end, then I'm down for it. I will also say I find Wugtrio interesting. It's like, yeah, let's just change one letter and it's a different Pokemon. It's like, okay. Ekans, Turtwig, Fujiana, Wiglet, Mist Energy, Sawsbuck, another Cyphermeus Croat-breaking, Turtonator, Croconaut. There's a Croconaut at the very least, so we have one of each. That's good. Another Relicanth. Admittedly, I would be very sad if they did decide to go and be like, yeah, you know, what am I thinking? Made Totodile have more than 70 HP, but I don't think they did. We'll find out, I guess. Another Croconaut, which I'm fine with. Licky. Oh, Croconaut's a common. I didn't realize that, Dylan. Metang, which that Metang actually does have use. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic Steel Energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like. So that can be good. I think the convergent forms are silly concept, just make them regional forms. Very weird, the intentions guess it's not the same. I mean, that one was a regional form. The Wiglet and the Wugtrio was that. Carcool. Tinchino, which that's not a bad Pokemon actually. Sableye. Great Tusk. Nuzleaf. Mudsteel. Raiden. I just find it silly that it's like, yeah, we'll just change the D to a W and bada bing, bada boom, baby. Oh, I get what you're saying, because it's not technically the same, just making regional forms. I mean, I don't know, maybe they didn't want to with Diglett specifically due to the fact that he already has a regional form. Like how the Alolan form, I don't know. That's a good point. I get what you're saying now. It took me a second. Arbok, C-Dot, another Totodile, and that's 70 HP, so that's just right under the limit. Okay. Good. Deerling, BM, Ancient Booster, Rapidash, Girafarig, C-Dot, Iron Leaves EX. I think this one is not worth that much. But we have the 2 different versions of Iron Leaves EX now. 2 of the 4. Maybe we'll get the other 2. Like, I'd like to get one of the others. Like, one of the others looks really cool. This one's $5, so. I'd like to get both of them, honestly, because one of them is worth a decent amount and looks really cool. And then it also... Meowth's 2 regional farms, Galar, and Lilo. That's true! Maybe they were fine with that one just due to the fact that it does evolve into something different. It doesn't evolve into Galarian. Persian evolves into... This is Bloody Tears by Jazz Paladin, almost positive. Bloody Tears Out of Time by Jazz Paladin, yeah. Jazz Paladin does really good work. Fully recommend him. He is a Catholic musician. He's done covers for lots of games, and he's gotten into doing some game music recently, which is really cool. I'm not as familiar with those. I do want to listen, though. Grotle, Finizen, Bronzor, Myjana, Nethermorty's Convictions, Shiftry, Bianca, Pineco, Golurk. That's not awful. Iron Valiant. That's not the, yeah. That's just the regular foil. I just had to double check for a second, because it's a little hard to tell sometimes. So far, we've only gotten... What megas do you want to see in ZA? That's a good question. Johto starters? Listen. I want them to go and give the, so obviously Typhlosion got his, the Rowlet line got his, and Gen 5 got his. Go ahead and just do, Gen 2, 3, well 3 already got theirs. 2, 5, and 6 for Megas, for the starters. I want one for my boy, for Alligator. Not surprising there. Gen 5 has one Mega, sadly? Yeah. Does Gen 2 has at least one? I know it has Ampharos. I'm trying to remember if Gen 2 has any others. Pardon me, aside from Typhlosion. No, Typhlosion doesn't have a Mega. Yeah, that's my bad. Typhlosion just has an alternate form. No, do you know? Strange choice? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. It is a strange choice. Could have. Pineco? Mawile. I'm thinking Meditite. What other Pokemon would I want for Megas? Boltund, Mudsdale, Explorer's Guidance, Metang. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking shifter, I'm not gonna lie. Huh. Shiftry has some use. Imagine a Mega Skull. I'd love a Mega Skullpede. Out of meeting to say we had the same mouse. Do we have the same mouse? Nice! I do like this mouse. I like it. I like it a lot. You know what? I'm gonna hope that, oh, I know what Mega I want. It took me a second to think about it. I want Mega Household, or Mousehold, I should say, Star. The Basketball Spider Pro. Yeah, I was gonna say I had the same keyboard over here too. It's a nice little mouse mouse and keyboard set, honestly. And as much as I hate to say this, what would it be? Just more kids, Star. Like, listen, just make them have more kids and make them Catholic. That's it. That's what I want for Mega Household. They're just Catholic now, like canonically. They have 20 kids. That's what I want. Aside from the fact, I don't know what the implications of having a Catholic Pokemon would do, but it just goes into the whole big family thing. New Ocean, Haunter, Pikachu, Ghastly, Riniculus, Explorer's Guidance, Latias, Tranquil, Dhelmise. How was your meeting, by the way, Young Blake? Bramblegast. Did you see Peter Diamond got roasted hard? Who's Peter Diamond? What's a Peter Diamond? What's he... Star... Hold on. What's that meme? I'm trying to remember. Oh, right. Hold on. I have a meme for this. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Honestly, I should probably go ahead and... Is that the one I want? I think I want the shortest version. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm memeing here, guys. I'm memeing here. Browser. Yeah. Hold on.
Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
There we go. Perfect. I need to get that. I need to get that on the soundboard. It's like, which one? I don't pay attention to seeds, I'll be honest. He accused so many magicians of being demonic, and the guy Made a video showing all the magicians were just using clever tricks on how they worked. I'm not surprised. Yeah. Most magicians are. Like, I'm sure there's probably one or two that do believe, and they shouldn't. That's bad. Don't do that. Turtonator, Hoot Hoot, Beldum, Braylum. But that's the dangerous thing. It's like, you have to go ahead and be smart and actually analyze stuff. So, while we're on a similar topic, actually. Hey Josh, how are you? There was a person on Twitter today that posted, isn't it interesting how atheists are never demonically possessed? No, because they are in fact demonically possessed a lot of the time. Like, we even had a call-in for, like, we have multiple examples of this. People that were former Satanists, and it's like, oh, but they believe in God. No, they don't. Most Satanists are doing it to be edgy, and they'll be like, look at me, I'm giving prayers to the devil. It's like, but I'm actually an atheist. No, we know you're actually an atheist. You don't need to make yourself out to be an idiot. We've also had people call into Catholic Answers Live that were in fact atheists and asking about this type of stuff. So it's like, no, we have actually seen this. We've seen other people from other religions have this. It's like, no, you moron. You don't have nearly as hot a take as you think. Your hot take is as cold as your account. It's ice cold. It's like, come on, get a brain, move on. Sorry, just while we're on similar topic, that's why I was thinking about that. Hi, Josh, you came in an interesting time. I hope you're doing well. Colossal, Perilous Jungle, Unpheasant, Fizzlepede, Mr. Mime, Nether Iron Boulders. Good, got a haircut? Nice! How's that haircut treating you? I mean, listen, when I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. I think stuff out. It's just people think they have a hot take. They think about it for 3 seconds and then go, oh, I have a hot take. No, you have an ice cold take. I'm doing well. I was gonna go for a bike ride today. It's just been weird with thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. I had to do some bike maintenance. I've got the bike maintenance mostly solved. My brakes are technically a little less secure, but I go faster now. One of the brakes was rubbing against the side of the wheel all the time, so I had to... It does still technically work, it's just I need to go ahead and get new brakes. One of the bolts for the brakes is gone, so I can't adjust it quite as well as I need to. Otherwise, I would just go ahead and adjust, but yeah, we should be fine. Elgheim, Sizzlepede, Meryl, Golett, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Iron Treads. Hey, there's the fourth Buddy popping at the very least, that's good. Colossal, Fosbuck, another Iron Thorns. What a mess you're in. Yeah, there's a lot of neat Pokemon here. Oh, you like your haircut? Good. It's Pikachu. We have had a couple Pikachus. I'm glad you liked your haircut. How you doing, Father Evan? Also, while I'm thinking about it, we'll see. Hold on a second. I don't think this will technically work unless I do this.
If I could ask for your expertise on the matter, I would be most grateful. You see, I recently heard a word whose meaning escapes me. I believe it to be some sort of slang.
No, I agree, Father. I agree, just walk away. Yeah. No, 1000% agree. Yeah, no, I agree with this reaction. Oh, maybe they should make Mega Slowking since I made Mega Slowbro. That would be interesting. I 1000% agree with that reaction. It's like, I'm done. Never ask about Chugi again, please. It's not the worst example of slang slash, This is Red Fox playing, Father Evan. Really cool. Have you listened to them? Oh, you might know them, actually. I was going to say, aside from the fact that you're a New Yorker, I didn't even think about that until now. Heatmore? I've probably talked about them, too. Yamper, Torcat, Airy. But Vinny's based out of New York. He's one of the people of Red Fox. Sundascorch, another Buddy Poffin. Ghastly, Bronzor, another Roaring Moon. Not too bad. We now have 5. We have not gotten amazing pulls. So... Staten Island, that's barely New York. I mean, listen, it is still in your neck of the woods. I don't get into the whole New York, what is New York, what isn't New York discussion. Oh, we got an ace mark. I don't know which ace spec it is yet. We'll find out. Dunsparce, Snom. Hopefully it's the one I want. Mudbray, Minchino, Lycanroc, Delcatty, Future Booster Energy Capsule. No! Fruit, you and I are brothers. All right. Dunsparce, Dunsparce, and Basic Energy. I've watched fine stuff. Bought the first album, which nice. I still need to buy the first album. Atom Bomb is one of my favorite songs of theirs. I'm just waiting for it to be available in vinyl, and I haven't seen it for a while. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, Staten Island is in the same dynasty, so I guess it's New York City. See, there you go. See, what I keep hoping Vinny's gonna come back to the faith because he was raised in it. He can still be funny and still make great music. It's like, come on, Vinny, come on back. I think he had a bad upbringing, though. Like, I don't mean like his family or anything. I think he had priests that were not as theologically sound as they should be, from what I've listened in on his faith upbringing for clarification. I don't know anything else, because it's like, listen, I'm not going to judge his parents or nothing like that. I don't know the story. You judge a man's upbringing in that sense, it's like, that's not a good look. That's a bad look. Very bad. Grubbin, Frostmoth, Noctowl, another Crocodile, which is good. Iron Treads, Boxed Order, not great. Ribombee, Bronzong, Screamtail. Ooh, see, this is the other version of this is the different holo, which I do really like the different holos on Ancient and Future Pokemon. Another Feraligatr too, nice. I like Vinny's stuff too, honestly. Sometimes he goes a little too far and is a little too crass, but he is usually pretty funny. And I like the music. And he's also said that Redbox is available for use for streaming, so that's another reason why I use it. Honestly, if anybody knows of a Catholic ska band, I'll start buying their stuff and asking if I can use their stuff on stream, because I would like to get some more Catholic musicians on here, because it's like, I know Vinny doesn't technically count, but Jazz Paladin does, because he is absolutely Catholic. But basically the point being, if you know somebody, let me know. I'll also, hold on. I forgot to check how much that card was. I don't know. Neo Upper Energy. It may not be worth... It might be worth at least $10. I just got so disappointed it wasn't like one of the three I was looking for. It's like, oh, there's an A-Spec. Hey, look, the only A-Spec you've gotten so far is not the one you wanted. Have fun. It's $1.88. Okay. Fear Blevin says music? That's fair. I'm just looking for more music that I like, which I know sounds mean. It's not meant to. Litten, Shroomish. Maybe I should look and listen to his more. Lickitung, Iron Hands, Another Heavy Baton, Miss Energy, Rilor. That's a pretty cool Meltan, not gonna lie. I think that's another reverse or shiny for the Ancient. Ah. No, it's not. Just a regular energy. Or regular. Ah. It's getting beat up too. So I was at a friend's house the other day for a board game night, which was that part was fun. Hey Kitty, how are you doing? And they were like, oh man, we know everybody loves Disney. It's like, I had to bite my tongue so hard when they said that. It's like, no, Disney is up to so much shady stuff at the moment. It's like, what do you mean everybody loves Disney? What do you mean? Most people hate Disney. Okay, maybe not most people. A lot of people are very dissatisfied with Disney at the moment. There we go. Would do better if stopped yelling. I can understand that. It's been weird here too. Like, it's a nice day, but it's been thundering and lightning, so I haven't gone for a ride. I'm gonna go tomorrow. It's gonna be like 38, but I can bike in that. I have biked in that. I'm doing it again tomorrow. Licky, Metang, Carkol, Grotle, another Future Booster, Iron Hands, Rescue Board, Fortress, Meltan, Drampa. You know, I haven't seen what Drampa even does yet. All of your rage bench Pokemon have at least one damage counter on them. This attack does 120 more damage. That is way too situational. Like, honestly, I was hoping for either the maximum or the yeah. Either way, we got an ace spark or ace spec. Not my favorite one, but yeah. Slugma, Solosis, Scyther, Skitty, Sandy Shocks, Bayham, Rapidash, Wiglet, Bayham, Iron Gengar EX. I like Hail, but I don't always like Hail, I'll be honest. I think we got like Hail for a brief second when I was outside today, and it's like, that I don't like, but thankfully it was only for a brief second, and then it was done. It's like, okay, I'm going inside now before it starts hailing again. Hey, babe. Denizen, Bronzor, Mightyena, Duocean, Sandy Shocks, Hand Trimmer. If this was less, like 2 or 3, that could be good. 5 is not a lot. Rabska, most of the time. Iron Valiant. Medicham. Oh, hey! Wait, hold on. Raiden. Smart on a bike, only annoying the car. That's true, yeah. That is true. No, I think this is just a regular rare. It's so hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. Does not look like it's the special. Like, we know we've gotten at least one of each so far. It's hard to tell sometimes. It really is. Yeah, I'll definitely go biking tomorrow. I went biking yesterday, I went biking the day before. I'm gonna go biking tomorrow, I'm gonna go biking Wednesday. Typically I go biking on Thursday, but since it's Holy Week, I want to make sure that I make it to Thursday and Friday Mass. I like going to the Easter Vigil, but it's tiring on my wife, so we'll probably only go to Sunday morning at 7 a.m., which is not a problem. It's just, not quite preferred. Poochyena, not that I'm complaining against her. Wiglet, Arbok, C-Dot, Sandy Shocks, Ridiculous, Miss Energy, Minchino, Scyther, Mycargo. We have not gotten much, not gonna lie, I'm still looking. It's like I'm still hoping. But I will be honest, I think we've gotten better cards this time than we did with Paladin Fates. And not every time we open packs, Friday's the only day. That's a good point. You're right. I did say Mass. I should have said Service. We got Shroomish, Lickitung, Chargerbug, Slugma, Iron Valiant, Rescue Board, Ribombee. See, there's another one of those ones. This one's easier to tell, so I think that one of those other ones was Great Tusk, Nicholas, Iron Crown EX. All right. So Iron Crown EX actually is not a bad Pokemon. His Twin Shotels can be good, but the main thing is its ability. For each of these you have in play, your future Pokemon do 20 more damage. That can be really useful. Not necessarily always. I should see how much that runs. Since it's just a regular EX, I'm going to assume not much, but honestly, Iron Hands is running. That is all right. It's running. I was just thinking, Iron Hands is running for a fair amount. Iron Crown actually is running for. It's hovering right at $10. I think people really want to use the future decks, and honestly, cards that boost your Pokemon's damage is usually a card that people like, especially if it doesn't have to be evolved. Like, I was using Regieleki VMAX. I like Regieleki VMAX, I'm not gonna lie. Regieleki VMAX, however, does require it to be evolved from Regieleki V. Then Regieleki VMAX also equal 3 prizes, which that can be detrimental to you as well, so. Because 3 prizes equals, you know, they get another prize. I don't really know how else to describe that aside from that. And that it did happen to be dangerous to run due to things. Totodile, Deer Lane, Adove, Pineco, Sawsbuck. Another sorry for Maniac's code breaking, not awful. BM, Delcatty, Arbok. Well, there's a $10 card. I know this Gengar EX is running 10. People like Gengar. Pretty sure this one's running $10. It's running just over $10, so. Like, technically, this card is hitting $10 more frequently than Iron Crown's EX, so. Now, Iron Crown's EX has a possibility of going down in price at some point, honestly, because it's like, if... And honestly, it probably will go down in price, but for the time being, it's like, okay, we'll do this just to play it safe. Honestly, I was hoping to get 4 Buddy Buddy Poffins. We've done that today. I'm still happening to hope to get one of the couple of A-specs that I really want. Not holding out much hope at the moment because we've only gotten 1 A-spec. And knowing my luck, we're going to go ahead and just get the exact same A-spec a second time. So I either have really good luck or I have really bad luck. Admittedly, today's the exception so far. Unless we finish it off really good, it seems like I'm going to have mediocre luck, which is acceptable. It's not like it's not my preference, but I mean, listen, between bad luck, I'll take, yeah. Solosis, Skitty, Electabuzz, Bramblin, Hand Tremor, Rabska, Iron Jugulus, Raiden. Incoming listen, Brute. You predicted it. It's gonna happen at this point. I've just given up. It happened last time. It's gonna happen here now too. Karkle, Iron Thorns. It's like, all right. I've resigned. I've accepted my fate. The good news about A-specs though is they don't take up like a alt art slot, so that's good. Even if I got another Neo Energy, I could still get a good card. Oop. I want to do that there. That's for me. Mawile, Meditite, Turtonator, Hoot Hoot, Rapidash, Boltund, Tranquil, Beautyfly, another Relicanth. That is a pretty neat card, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna expect like $2, but once again, it's not just about the money, but I do like to know the price. I don't think anybody's gonna blame me for that. About $2. Somebody will blame me for that, I'm sure, but whatever. Girafarig, Roselia, Cutiefly, Drillbur, Full Metal Lab, Golurk, Shaman, Girafarig, Pidove, Whimsicott, which I don't think we had yet, so at least it's different. No, that's not. If it didn't have that you had to discard all your energy, this would be fine. But why would I play this? That's not worth it. I mean, it can be worth it, but it's just like, that's... Yeah. You have to evolve a Pokemon to get there in the first place, which that's enough of a difficulty. A lot of people at the moment are just going for basics. Not everybody. The Charizard deck's working. Baxcalibur is working enough. Beldum, Breloom, Roly-Poly, Heatmore, Mudsdale, Force Guidance, Colossal, another Totodile, Electabuzz, another Feraligatr. So... maybe I am gonna build a Feraligatr deck. I'm thinking about it. Listen, as I've said multiple times, Feraligatr is one of my favorite Pokemon. The fact that you can go ahead and have it hit for 280 pretty easily is something that intrigues me. The only downside is you really don't want to skip over the middle line. You don't want to skip over Croconaw, is what I'm trying to say. You got Reller, Ponyta, Chatot, Cottonee, Fortress, Picavolt, Gladius, Trumish, Lickitung, another Miraidon. I actually have an idea with the A-Spec Neo Energy. Wouldn't be the greatest for that hypothetical for Alligator deck that I'm thinking of, but if all I can get is an A-Spec Neo Energy at the moment, the others are too expensive. I gotta wait a little bit longer until I either unbox one or, you know, just wait till the prices go down. Yamper, Torcat, Grubbin, Frostmoth, Peerless Jungle, Unpheasant, Airy, Dunespire's, Litten, Incineroar EX. Interesting. That's... huh. That has some utility. That actually has some utility. Like, I'm not gonna say it's an amazing card, don't get me wrong, but I see some possibilities with that Incineroar. It has decent enough health. Most of the time you want to have a fairly full bench. And most of the time people don't not play a full bench. Like, even when you slap down a Raikou, they'll still usually fill up their bench decently enough. So it's like, Now, admittedly, sometimes you do play around it. I definitely did when I was running a Miraidon deck, and I saw somebody else was running a Miraidon deck. I was like, okay, I can't fill my bench this turn. Caravana, Ekans, Turtwig, Puchiana, another Great Tusk, that's not bad actually. Bronzong, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Ekans, Pikachu, Trampa. Okay. Much longer. Admittedly, this is one of the nice things about playing online, because then you can go ahead and get the cards without paying crazy amounts of money. I'm gonna have to order some Pokemon cards here. My wife's not gonna like that. Noctowl, another Crocodile. That solves that problem a little bit. Licky, Metang, Tennis Scorch, another Buddy popping. Okay. Iron Treads, Warrior's Conviction, Cutiefly. And I was gonna say, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get anything crazy today, so I'll probably avoid the alt arts for this set for like 3 or 4 months. I haven't even finished Scarlet and Violet. I'll probably work on that here soon. And like very soon. Wiglet, Arbok, Seedot, Totodile. It'll basically depend. Iron Treads. If another Buddy popping. Zorora, Noctowl, if for Final Fantasy XIV, the new expansion goes on sale tomorrow, and they don't. So they used to not charge you until your item shipped, or shortly beforehand. They don't do that anymore with their new store. I don't like that. So it depends on whether or not I can buy the collector's edition and do a payment plan. So if not, I'm not going to buy it at the moment. It probably means I won't buy it, period, aside from the digital collector's edition. Karkle, Grotle, Finizen, Bronzor, Box Order, Ribombee, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Raichu, Charger Bug, Fluttermane. So we'll see how that goes. Got 5 more packs. I'm not expecting anything. Today has been not that disappointing. Honestly, we've got enough cards that I have been interested in. Aside from the Buddy Poppins, I'm really liking the idea of a Totodile deck. I need to figure out what else to do with it, though, because like the Relicanth and the Totodile line, yeah, that's neat. And the fact that it only requires 2 energy, that's not too bad either, honestly. But I gotta figure out more. Deerling, Pidove, Pineco, Mawile, Torpedo, Metagross, Roserade, Golett. I'd probably need a couple rods. Shiftry. Well, we got another Iron Leaves EX. That's 3 out of... Who knows? Maybe we'll get... So we got 3 out of 4 now. So maybe we'll get the last Iron Leaves EX, and that would be a pretty decent way to leave off on today, actually. Not gonna lie. Not holding my breath, but we got all 4 Iron Leaves EX today. That would be pretty neat. And as I said, I'm kind of thinking about building an Iron Leafs deck once the next set comes out, so we'll see. So we got Mightyena, Ocean, Haunter, Pikachu, Iron Hands, Rescue Board, Sandy Shocks, Turtonator, Heat More, Dunsparce, Energy. Down to 3 packs. Come on, last Iron Leaf CX. Don't be a duplicate Iron Leaf CX either. I'm not expecting anything, but I'm always hoping. Meditite, Turtonator, Hoot Hoot, Beldum, Excadrill, Keldeo, Delmise, Snom. Well, that Ghastly might be worth something, actually. People do love themselves Ghastly, especially since it has Haunter and Gengar in it. There's a possibility here. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Fair enough! Fair enough. All right, let me slap a sleeve on that. Hold on. Like, all right, you know what? If this is the way we're going out, that's fine. I'm still happening to hope for something else. That's a $20 card. But as I said, people do love the Ghastly line. I'm indifferent to it. I don't hate it. I just... Honestly, if I had to choose my favorite Ghost-type Pokemon, I'd have to think about that. I don't know what my favorite Ghost-type Pokemon is. I don't know if there's any Ghost-type Pokemon that really appeals to me. I'm more of a... I can name you my favorite dragon type. That's Goodra. Favorite water type is Feraligatr. Favorite electric type is Ampharos. The bug type gets harder because it's like I have a few. I like Scolipede, I like Heracross, I like Vikavolt. There might be some others that I'm forgetting. Got ourselves a Ghastly, Algium, Sizzlipede, Marill, Handtremor, Rabska, Fortress, Nuzleaf, Cottonee. Another Relicanth. We have 4 of those now. Not awful, admittedly. Alright, looks like we'll have about 2.5 hours of Final Fantasy XIII. We got Breloom, Roly-Poly, Heatmore, Yamper, Electivire, Chinchino, Use your Butcher Energy Cap, Azumarill, which I don't think we've seen yet, actually. Another Croconaw, alright. Another Iron Thorns. So yeah, overall, not, like, as I said, today was really mediocre. Whatever, that's fine. It happens. I'd rather mediocre than nothing. 1 second. I'm going to put these over here to sort for later. As I said, we got a decent amount of Buddy Buddy Poppins. I think we got like 7? So that's not awful. What I would have liked is to have gotten some Buddy Buddy foiled Poffins, but that's just not how it happened. So as I said, just didn't get much today. But well, that's not the greatest. I can see, as I said, I could see it for the Totodile deck. I can see it being used for a Charizard deck. Is it going to be the preference? No. Is it what I'm... Yeah, so we'll see. I've got ideas. Alright, let me get set up for Final Fantasy XIII. Give me 1 second. It is what it is. I mean, yeah. I know it sounds like I'm playing. I'm not, but I can get why it sounds like it. let's go to here.